Aries, how you doing? Welcome to your monthly reading for July on the Astroflower. I'm calling it Apply in July, applying our joy that we found in joyous June. And it seems like there's a lot of application that's going on in every single sign that I've done so far. It's a lot of work on the interior as well. So with you, we get the King of Pentacles. The overall energy, I think this comes from the good quality work that you've done in the past, actually, Aries. I've been majorly impressed with how you've confronted life in regards to the cards. It's been absolutely beautiful to see. And I've got a lot of Aries around me, and I've seen it in the Aries around me. There is a sort of almost like a completion of a stage of journey where there is a deeper understanding that makes you feel at one and at harmony with yourself. And this King of Pentacles builds that security. The King has that authority through knowledge, through reasoning that of the past. So learning from the past. And it feels like you've come to a real threshold, and you've gone through that threshold into a beautiful life, and you should really be able to embrace this, applying your happiness into July. I think it's going to be absolutely brilliant for you once you start doing that, I have utter confidence in you to do that. On the relationship side, is there a question to be said between, because you work hard, Aries, you do work hard, you're one of those signs that are a bit of a workaholic, and you always want to be doing something, and maybe there is, to apply your happiness in life, maybe there needs to be a fair exchange. So there needs to be a good work play ethic. That's one aspect I think that needs to be learnt to apply within your relationships. There is also one other aspect of it, which is maybe learning having a fair exchange in relationships. So, investing in relationships that makes you feel happy. And once you invest in those relationships, because it makes you feel happy, it's going to make them feel happy, and it's a win-win scenario for everybody here. But it's got to start with you. The happiness starts with you, and I think that's what you've understood, and that's why it's in your karmic message. And it's a case this month here of applying your happiness within it. In the first week here, you may feel like of June, you may feel like you have to defend that reasoning, that whole sort of fair exchange sort of thing. I've always said the best way to defend oneself is the proof is in the pudding, in the eating. I can never get my head around that phrase. The proof is in the pudding, basically. If you take that path, that one wand, that's taking the passions in life, which is very much you, Aries, and when you do things very passionately. Taking that passion, living that life, you've got those 6 of wands, which is actually backing you up. So what it's saying here is the best way to defend or to assure you are intact, that you are in a good and vibrant place, is to actually follow your path. It's like the best form of defense is attack. In football, I was always thought that. I always thought that in soccer, for Americans, if you score more goals than the other team, you're going to win. So that was my attitude. Probably not the best attitude to have in football. Probably the most entertaining football. There's no doubt about it. But it's probably not the most securest way of doing it. But there is a degree of that I think that if you go ahead towards the direction that you should be living, then I think you won't feel like you have to defend anything. You just have to sort of like be ahead of the wave, as it were. yeah, and the second week, and this is what I'm saying here, once you start going off down towards your path, you're going to get from your side that fair exchange. Those 3 pentacles that are at the top there is the good quality work that you've done on yourself. Applying your happiness in July is that part there. That's when you've got to get into your passions. Once you start doing that, people around you are going to recognize Aries has got it going on. You are going to be that pillar. I've been talking about that over the last year for you, of being that pillar in your community, in your family, in your friends, in your partnership, being a little bit of that solid pillar, that that dependable. And I think you can be dependable on yourself now. By yourself, so you don't have to try so hard to be dependable for others. You just need to be dependable about your passions and about your joy and happiness. And in the third week, you get the Ace of Pentacles. So many people have been getting pentacles down, so many signs have been getting pentacles down the relationship side. It's very weird, but this is the application of joy in life. And in the third week, this is where you get an opportunity that comes into your life to stimulate your happiness through physical activity, and that could be moving in with someone. It could be the offering of a of starting a new activity, sort of like cycling. One of your friends turns around and sort of saying, "No, I just bought a bike. I was going to go cycling. Do you want to come with me?" And you might kind of go, "Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'll borrow my brother's bike, and I'll go see if we can go for a ride. It'd be nice." And then get a bike yourself. It's the seed, it's the starting of something new that's going to provoke a lot of happiness within you and connection with the people that are around you. It's going to take you ultimately to your goals in life. And I think this comes about because you are doing that good quality work upon yourself and applying it within your life. In the fourth week, you get the 6 of Wands. What was I saying earlier on about that? I think if you take that one wand and go through that pathway, by the end of the month, you are going to be sitting pretty. I think you're going to get a lot of recognition. People are going to be saying, as I was saying in that card there, "Oh, look at Aries. They're really reliable. They're brilliant. They're having fun. They're getting involved in their passions. They're not being judgmental. They've got this authority without being authoritative." All of those good aspects that Aries has is all going to be coming to the surface here in the fourth week, and you're going to be really on fire, as you are, Aries. And I love it when Aries is on fire. There's nothing better than Aries on fire. I love my brother. I really do. He's an Aries. And, obviously we're brothers. We've had conflicts in the past. But, we've known each other for at least 50 years. He always used to say, "Right, plan of action." And it used to annoy me that he's saying, "Oh, God, we've got to do a plan of action. Can't we just have fun and do it?" And now I totally understand what he means. I guess that's wisdom. He had a lot more wisdom than me when I was younger, I guess. And I understand that, and I love that idea of him now. And he's just absolutely brilliant. He's an absolute joy to be around for me. Yes. Anyway, I'll get off of that because I'll start crying about my brother. Yeah, love him dearly. Anyway, let's see what's going on in your financial sort of side. You've got the Page of Wands. I think this is where if you know the story about Aries, I wrote it in the book. It's about the golden fleece and the honourable aspect of Aries. The fact that he saves 2 children. He unfortunately loses 1 child on the flight between the kingdom and the gods. He sacrifices himself for everybody else. I'm getting here that you should be opening the path of passion in regards to your job, your business and your projects and stuff like that in a way that is also good for you, that's beneficial for you, that's going to stimulate you and not just earn you a buck and help other people along the way. You've got that sort of beautiful passion for life and passion to try and help people honestly through it. They don't want to do the work. You won't give them time of day. I know that, but that's understandable. That's totally understandable. But here is a case of your passions is opening the doorways for others, and you don't have to hold the door open. It's just opening that door by going forward and opening that path of passions for you. You get the Three of Wands on the first week here. This is I think this is the observation week. It seems like it's for many people, many signs this week, where you're observing how things are going on in life, the comings and goings of life, and looking out to the future. And you've got a plan. That's those two wands there, and you've got that one wand there, which you've grasped in your hand, which we saw in the Seven of Wands. We also saw in the Six of Wands, and also in the Page of Wands. And so you've got this plan of action for your future, and it's now you're judging how to put it into action. And that's what it seems to be with it. It's a little bit of patience. Yeah, you could say it's procrastinating, but procrastination is much longer than just a week. And I think this is the week where you just sort of observe life and kind of judge the moment and kind of go, and there. I place myself in the situation and I get the results. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's really, really good for you. This sort of, it is to do with planning. You're on the edge of going on that journey and creating that path, and that's what your karmic mission is for. And you're heading towards abundance. And this is where you're going to this is what I'm saying, of being patient about life, which sometimes is a little bit difficult for you, Aries, let's be honest, because you've definitely got that plan of action. You know what you're doing. It's a shame everybody else doesn't. You know what I mean? But, because you've learnt that bit of patience or anticipation within the path around you, all of a sudden, then you're going to get the results coming back into you. And then you jump in and you get the results. And that's when you're going to, in the second week there, I think you're going to there's going to be a realization and kind of going, oh, this is how I can create my career path. This is how I can forward my job. This is how I can forward my business or my projects. Oh, right, yeah. And it's a realization that actually you've got all the attributes in order to get there, basically. In the second week. In the third week, you've got justice. My word, every fire sign has had justice in this position here, in this top section here, in this week here. And you've got this justice for you because it's like you're seeing the results coming from this sort of like anticipation and getting into the rhythm of life. You're getting those results through, which is bringing you harmony into your life. It's bringing you security that you know how to do this. Once you know how to do it, then you can apply it. It's a good plan in action. And this justice card as well is almost, it's like it's sort of kind of going, I knew I was right. And you're getting this justice inside you, kind of going, yes, I know, I'm totally on the right path here. I'm totally on the right path. And this is what this, the overall, confidence that you can build in yourself is about. Let's just see what's going on in the fourth week. The Star, dreams and aspirations. Yes, you are opening the doors here, Aries, to success in your material life in ways that is built upon your passions and what makes you feel utterly at one with life and really in the rhythm of life. And this is what that justice is coming all about. It could well be for some of you that you get a job offering in week 3, because you're really feeling on the ball. You've put it out there. You've done all the interviews and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but in the fourth week, this is where you get the confirmation. This is where you start achieving your dreams and aspirations in your life. So, it could be the same thing for a new contract for your business. Or it could be if you're doing, let's just say, like you're doing a market stall and there's a market that you want to be on, have your stand upon, and that market, the authorities turn around to you and say, okay, we've got a place for you, Aries, it's over there, and you kind of go, great, okay, now I can start working. And it's really like a real step forward in the dreams and aspirations of your financial or your material path. Okay, let's just do a bit of clarification on this. Thank you very much for being here with us, Aries, subscribing, liking, sharing, clicking that bell, commenting, all the support that you can give us is absolutely beautiful. With the King of Pentacles, if you want to go to assurance, you've got to walk away from somewhere. And I think, in a way, it's like you're testing things this week that are a little bit out of your comfort zone. Not too much, but a little bit out of your comfort zone because you know where you're going. You're heading towards that star there, or that sun, that happiness. And I think that's why you're getting the confidence, because you're moving towards it. You're seeing results in this. And you're discovering a lot of things as you go, because it's the only time we discover when we go a little bit out of our comfort zone. And I think this is what you've learned over a long period of time as well, to not to test yourself. There is a degree of that, but it's to put yourself in a bit of a out of your comfort zone sort of scenario. And I think you need to do this on the business side. I think you really need to start thinking about yourself as well within your business, and really start pushing to sort of saying, I want the results. And it's not just financial results here. I think there's a lot more to it than that. It's not just financial results. It could well be position. It could be an honourable place. It could be a long-term goal or something like that you're passionate about. Anyway, on your karmic path, on your relationship side, you get the Ace of Swords. I think once you start having that fair exchange, not only with the people that are around you, but also within yourself, and according to your work and play ethic, you're going to feel like you're winning life. That it's very clear for you what you need to do, how you need to do things, and it becomes really easy to play and to win. And that comes through that fair exchange. I think you're going to feel really, have a really good, clear vision about how you can really be involved with life. This is the out of your comfort zone scenario, situation here. It's following on what you understand and trusting in that staff, that Ace of Wands, really, that path that you are passionate about, that you're leading onto. And it may not be everybody's cup of tea, but that's fine, that's okay. And that's just going to need a little bit of a leap of faith on your behalf. But you're going to land like any cat does, on their feet. Although you're not a cat, you're a ram. But it's going to push you out of your comfort zone a little bit, but I think it's going to push you into the limelight a little bit. This is what I don't mean limelight as like you might be famous. That's not what I'm getting here, but more sort of like people, and I've had this in the past for you as well, more like sort of kind of going, oh, look at Aries. Aries has got it going on, I think it's general appreciation for you. This happens so many times where the clarification card is the next card coming up. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. Out of good quality work, you are going to provide gifts for you. You are going to provide opportunities to really engage with life in a very beautiful manner. With the Ace of Pentacles, you get the Eight of Wands. So now we've got the 6, the 7, the 8 of Wands going on here. Absolutely brilliant. Real sort of progression or cumulative sort of thing going on here. And this Ace of Pentacles, as I said, was opportunities to connect with other people. I think this comes through communications and messages. And it might be a message within yourself, sort of kind of going, do you know what, actually, I like cycling. I've never really done it before, but I'm really getting into it. And that's the sort of message to yourself. It could be a message for someone else and stuff like that. It's just through the communication which is going to help you realise those opportunities, those lucky chances that you have in regards to relationships. The 6 of Wands, this is all about stardom and recognition, I think, within you. That recognition is going to provide so many opportunities. When people start recognising you, they're going to start going towards you, kind of going, Aries has got it going on. Look at Aries. And then there people are coming to you and start saying, hey, Aries, do you fancy doing this? And you're kind of going, yeah, go on then. Or, no, it's all right, because I'm doing this with that other person. and it's gonna open up really harmonious ways of being for you. A lot of opportunities. It's going to allow you to explore life incredibly, and put yourself into that whole curious aspect of life. Let's just see what's going on with the Page of Wands. You get the Justice card again. So I think this is what you're leading to. This is your karmic path. Once you start opening the path of passion and you start working it for you, I think that's really important here. And this is what's going to give you maybe that fair exchange between the work and play ethic. Once you start making sure that life provides for you, but not just financially as well, it's as a satisfaction, that's when you're going to bring that harmony into your life, and you're going to get that justice out of life. It's also going to mean that any sort of wranglings in regard to your material world will come to a favourable answer for you, a favourable response. With the Three of Wands, you get the Queen of Cups. I think this is, she's not actually going anywhere. She's got her eyes shut, like a lot of the queens, to be honest. She's got her eyes shut here, and she's resonating that passion about what she wants. And she's patient because she's passionate, she's patient and ready, and now interject. And I get the results. Excellent. Resonate. Okay, I feel the resonation, and I interject, and I get the results. And that's the sort of thing I think is going to really pay dividends for you on your career. But we get the Three of Pentacles. It's opposite here as well. And we've got it on the Ten of Pentacles as well. Good quality work. I think you're going to get recognised here. If you've been applying for a job, I certainly think in July you're going to have some very favourable answers to jobs. Might even get multiple offerings here. But it is to do with your good quality work, that actually of that rhythm, of getting into that rhythm of life and actually investing in life in a very passionate way is going to bring you some really good results. And as it brings you those results, it's actually going to make people go, Aries has got it going on. You got it going on, Aries. You got it going on. With the Justice cards, you get the Three of Swords. Now, you might get justice. Okay, so this is one way of looking at it. So you get a new job, that means you're going to have to leave your old job or leave a certain situation and go to another one, or you get a new contract with your company. That means it's going to change that company from being a little family company, little family business, into a bigger business, a little bit less impersonal, that sort of thing. But there is another aspect of it all, and I think you might meet someone here that puts end to any sort of pain and complications with regards to your business life. You may well meet someone who is, very, 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 I don't want to say sharp, but cutting. Does that make sense? Very cutting, and I don't necessarily think it's going to be your cup of tea, but I think it's going to give you justice about something. And here I think there is one other aspect as well, because on the collective reading, this is what came out in exactly that position. And I think with the situation as it is applied in the collective, and you'll have to see the collective reading for that, the situation that happens in the world around us, you will be prepared for this. You will be prepared and get justice for this. You will get good results. And it's like you will be able to turn a bad into a good. That's what I'm getting off there more than anything else. Whatever happens here, I think you're getting favourable decisions which is going to put pay to any heartache that you may have had in regards to your job, your business and your projects and etc. We've got the Star card, which is the accumulation, which is the 4th week. Let's just see what's going on there. Strength. I'm laughing because the other fire signs got that at the top there as well as getting that Justice card there. Very, very interesting. I'm starting to see a lot with the elements going on here. Yeah, I think if you know what it's like, if you want that, you're going to have to be courageous about it and head for it and get it. And I think this is what is playing into your life. I think you're going to feel a lot more confident about the path going forward than you ever have been. And it's nothing to do with success here, because sometimes, you can have a lot of success within your company or your business and stuff like that, but that can actually be detrimental to the company. Steady growth is the best form. And you've got to be, if you can do explosive growth, which is good as well, if you are ready for it, if you've prepared, if you've done the work. Yes, I think you have done the work for explosive growth within you. But at the same time, you're going to have this conviction of your courage as well, which I think came out in the collective as well. Conviction of your courage and to, I don't think you have any doubts going forward. I think you just step in totally to your power, and you're almost being protected because of who you are and what you've done in the past. So it looks really, really, really good for you, Aries. Chuffed to bits for you. Yeah, as I said, we have the collective reading that's already upon our channel. I thank you very much for being here. I hope you got the best out of this reading. And I do thank you for sort of all your support that you give to this channel, be it through subscribing, sharing, clicking the bell, and commenting, however you do it. I do give personal readings. I've opened up the agenda now, which you can find linked in the description below, so you can reserve any personal readings, and you can choose the format how you want the reading to go. So I might see you there. In the meantime, all there's left for me to say is don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.